Welcome back to Popson. Hi, let's play some more Europa Universalis 4. We are playing as Semien. We're going for Shemot Is Not. We have to convert all of Egypt to our religion, Jewish of course, and we're just about to take all of Egypt. Just trying to milk the Ottomans for a teensy tiny bit more. I think we might not be able to do so, because I don't want to let them have another battle. I also don't want to let them take a place over here back, I don't think. So we have very little time. How much time is there until the next siege tick here? 17 days. We might get one more shot at those 57% in Trebizond. Maybe. Let's find out. Because we already have a piece deal lined up. That's decent. How far away are we from taking another piece? Quite a bit. It will be slightly cheaper. I think it's just going to be peace. But let's milk teensy tiny bit more. We're capped on admin now, but we were not actually capped. Well, we didn't overcap. I did the math. We exactly capped. So we just need to make sure to peace out before the end of this month. But we're going to do that anyway. 22nd of May. 11 days is not the 22nd of May. Okay. This is gonna be so tightly timed. I'm gonna send these in just in case I fudge up. Yeah, let's not do it that way. But I really want to peace out before we get the battle here, because it would not be a good battle. Just waiting for this thing to tick down. 5, 4, 3. Let me go to speed 3. Let's try not to fudge things up. Down it goes. And here comes peace. We might be able to take another piece. We can. Probably not 2, no. Do we want Azrak or Ma'an? Ma'an has the Petra in it. It's kind of funny. Only insofar as there's a certain YouTuber that plays strategy games and has played EU4 in the past that has some sort of obsession with Petra. Not going to name any names here. We won't be able to build it because we're neither Syrian nor Bedouin. Well, that's still... I suppose that's interesting. Let's just do it. Sure. Let's take Ma'an. And then we add exactly enough reasons. 87% overextension, which should work with what we already have. With a 4.8 it does. We're not overcapping. Sure, some AE. But I mean, they're not people that matter there, right? What's an Ottoman anyway? There's no way we get this piece there without the Ottomans being in a potential coalition situation, so I don't mind. Rabbis and merchants gain some land, which is unfortunate, but we can just take it back. Yeah. Yeah? I think so. I think this is a very big yes. Bam. That's a lot of PP too. Corridor, please. Bring the boys home. And ideally, I'm gonna bring them home in a way that they don't... Let's have you wait for a moment, just so they don't stack up too much. And don't get issues with... attrition. At least not too many issues. Now, joint forces is complete for the Diplo power. That might actually be enough to take another click of dip here for trade range, which we don't care about at all. So, not super relevant yet. And the other one is coastline, right, for the stuff in the place. Let's finally switch our Plains Warriors. Unless we have rebels coming up right now. We do. Hasalis surely are gonna wait a bit in grain, right? Let's swap to the new units. We still are very good at morale, so I kind of want somebody like the... No, that's... I want offensive morale. Ideally. Only 2 pips available, okay. Don't know if I want to take something like the South African Musketeers. They're a bit thick on the attack there. I don't think we need a lot of defensive morale with our stats. I don't know, let's go with the... I could go with this. If we say central defensive morale doesn't matter, which I'm not sure it's true. It's probably not true. If we say it is true, then we can just go with the South African Musketeers. I'm just gonna say it's true. I mean, the big war, the one big war, war to end all wars and all that, it is done. So I think we don't need to super worry anymore. Oh, I didn't realize I had sent you in the wrong direction. I thought I sent you down south. One of them. Apparently not. Oh no, my conquer scars belly. And the Ottomans are straight up, well, now we got beaten to a pulp, we need to eat some other folks. Which I get. Kind of tempted to eat some other folks myself, but not right now. That might be an interesting extension, but not something we want to do right now. You guys hopefully gonna go back home, right? You're peasants, you shouldn't be tussling with my folks at all. I'm gonna send you up to Grain because we're gonna have some friends come out there. How many of them? 9. 9! Which is okay. Ooh, I actually have a horse now. It's not particularly amazing as horses go, but it is a horse. Alright, now I think you guys can walk as well. Try to dodge that attrition when we can. Military access from Castilla, sure. Hey, if you folks can talk to me, it means I can talk to you. You want to ally me? That's... I like that for that war that they're doing in Mexico, they need military access through us. It's a very important question you asked there. Castile. Yeah, a bit slow. We're also gonna get our separatism over in Grain. Maybe I should have just taken humanist ideas so I don't have to worry about all this squat. But nah, I think this is fine. I think I'll also just click that mission button. Join forces. And click the next idea just so we get rid of the stuff. Oh, this also gives me more prestige. I mean, sure. I just grab it. That was probably very much not smart. Because now we might get to a place where we overcap an admin again. Then we have to spend it on something useful, useless. Useful? That would be terrible if we had to spend it on something useful. Speaking of useful things, I don't think it's too bad to have claims on Mr. M. And if I had any spare diplomats, which I don't, one could consider having claims on other folks as well. Let's claim Travelers from the O. Yeah. Just say you get a core on Grain for that. Gee whiz. Crush him. For the insolence. Now you certainly have your job cut out for you. Is that what you say? Your work? I think it's the work you have cut out for you, right? But job is work. Baba is you. What? When has my attention shifted to the army? I mean, maybe when I gave up a bunch of tradition, but I like my navy. Don't pretend that I don't, because I do. Produces money for me. And I do like money. Get you over here, or I guess down to Alvage for some extra oomph. Do that. You're suppressing, you are suppressing. And you are not suppressing because you have Radi Whammy. Who cannot. It's untrue. Patently. Radi Whammy is not our conquistador. I think he died. They were just moving before. Yeah, something like this. We're not going to be able to actually suppress these rebels. Okay, we spent prestige, I believe? Or was it naval tradition on helping these folks? Now we gain a base tax. So somebody told me in the comments that it's good to do these things. Sorry that I forgot who it was. So I just do it. See what they ask for it in return. A development is not like the hugest of deals. But maybe we get something nice for it. Speaking of something nice, how much money did we take from those merchants? Oh, a lot. Oh, Wadian separatists. They are over here, aren't they? That's former Wadai. How big are you, Wadian separatists? 9. Let's get you folks over there then. If you deal with the Wadians. Because I do want to pay back those loans, even though we have only 1% interest. If only to get the estate influence down. Speaking of estate influence, I wanted their land. Give me that land. I'm quite pleased with how we did against those Ottomans, I must say. It was a lot of won battles. Even though we spent just about every able-bodied man in our country on it, we did defeat them. See, Bahmanis. I mean, sure, you're not tiny. Your technology isn't... That's pretty bad. Do I want to ally Bahmanis? Do I even want to ally anybody? Because what I don't want to do is get drawn into like random wars, say Ayutthaya. I think I don't want to ally you. Avaria obviously can have military access, although the war against the Ottomans might not be successful. But I will always have a soft spot in my heart for Avaria, so yeah. We're 11,000 men in debt. Timmy attacking Delhi, fine. Could go with all those centers of trade, but that's not going to give us anything. We should be first rank great power, yeah. Yeah, we have more development than the Ottomans now, not even to speak of technology, and more development than anybody else as well. Nice. Pesach, yeah, let's grab the production efficiency. You have some suppression going on while you wait for an actual army to help you. So that's actually a bit scary. Also maybe get yourself Joram in here. Just in case those rebels do spawn on you. Anything else we might be interested here? I guess only floating batteries. It's not gonna be of any use, I don't think. I don't know what war we would need that in. Do we run from this or do we just keep fighting here? That's a pretty bad roll. Do we think we can beat this? So the only reason we might have any chance is that they can't flank us too much right now. They have a cavalry flanking over here and 2 cav flanking over there. That's actually a lot of flanking happening. So I don't think we can actually win that. The reason I'm tempted to try is that these guys are so far out that Wadai might be taken if we don't try. But yeah, this is... we're not getting flanked anymore. I mean, we're hurt. Oh, well, we are getting flanked by this one, I suppose, but we are also flanking with this one. That's kind of fair. But we have no folks anymore, no. This is not working out. Let's just leave. Yeah, sure. The cancelling of autonomous rebel suppression is what we should be worried about there. Maybe swap you for Joram Whammy now. He also has movement speed and more maneuver. I would just love to get there before they spread their freaking separatism. Rebel sentiment, or whatever you want to call it. Mamuchu, done. Yeah, you put your guys on the border to me. What a fool. Look at them. I mean, sure, they got revanchism going, or revanchism, but they're back to 162,000 folks and 58,000 manpower and reserves. It's just, you know, there you go. %40 extra manpower recovery speed just for free. Just because they got beaten up. What a mechanic. Again, I think it's good for the game. It just feels particularly unfair. Whatever happened to my... Are you still trying to understand America, aren't you? Oh, that's not even America. You're trying to understand Europe. Crush him. I don't know, you go join these. You take that back, and then I'm gonna have them sit on rebels in Washik. And obviously it's still speed 3. Completely forgot that I had done that. Can't believe I've done that. And then get you over to Washik. 25,000 Mamlukians. Okay, now that is certainly a number. Those might spawn in multiple places. Tirana, Alexandria, Demeter, Rosetta. I haven't... No, I'm just not interested. I should try and find out which of these places has the most development and then move the army there and all that. But that just seems like such a high amount of work. Let's just grab Joram Whammy, get him north. Oh, but some other Joram, sure. You're not needed over there anymore, are you? No. So I think we might want you... These must be Ottoman separatists though, right? Mamlukian separatists. Tirana, Alexandria, Demeter. Oh no, all the Ottoman stuff up here has Mamlukian separatists because it used to be Mamlukian, I suppose. Okay. Luwu made a claim on us. Oh, back to the Lord. Welcome, Grain. Are we converting stuff? We are, right? Yeah. Just felt like we hadn't seen a successful conversion in a while. But that's probably just because, well, they're taking a bit longer than they used to. And also... I was at speed 3. Which does not make things faster. Well, for me. Oh no, we got discovered in the allotments. Shortly before we could make another claim. Well, what about the Mamluks though? Fabricate a claim on something terrible like Madin Suleiman. Might not even be worth spying on them, honestly, but there are the Mamlukians. Armies on mission are too scared to avoid enemies. I mean, I dig it. Because that's a lot of enemies. But they are nice enough to sit on a fort. Which gives me time. Ouch. Excellent. Some have good outcomes from the rain and some, you know, they don't. Go crush. Captain Atman again? I mean, I did take the extra 150. I guess we're taking military administration. There's no point in taking it ahead of time. Do I have like inflation to buy down? I do. I'll just do it. We have a lot of monarch points this game. Why is that? I mean, we have the core creation cost reduction from our ideas, which is huge. We have the stability cost reduction, which actually has saved us quite a bit. We have been running decent advisors, not insane advisors, but decent advisors for the date that we have. Because money is a thing we own. 3, nothing to suppress us there. Washik and Quasi Ibrahim. There you go. No more Quasi Ibrahim. Quasi. You still do underfoot. What's an underfoot? Could somebody else maybe do that? Oh, it's Al-Jav. If I stopped your mission and I gave you the job to also... Yeah, that would be fine. Because I could put you to drilling. No, ideally... I guess I can just grab another guy and drop that there. I want to say that ideally I would have one guy doing the drilling. And it's probably technically better. Because I think you get a extra chance of dying. Well, your general gets an extra chance of dying when they're drilling. And now I have 2 generals drilling. I probably have 2 chances of a general dying. But we'll be fine. Core. Very nice. I wonder why we have too few seats in parliament. That doesn't make any sense. It makes a lot of sense. What does not make sense? Oh, I can't state that place. Just give me Shakira here, yeah. Who didn't? I mean, why would I not want Shakira in my parliament? I mean, look at her. Anyway. That's just a dumb thing to say, I'm sorry. Alexandria Court. So now I can also probably turn that into a thingamabob. We can spend our government reform progress because we've used all we need. Ever, right? Well, we could swap something if we had a reason to do so. Like if one of these was bad now, then maybe we could swap. But I think we're still fine with these, aren't we? Tax, manpower. I mean, manpower is kind of interesting. Vassal income, unjustified demands. I mean, nobody needs that ever. I'm just going to spend this on expanding my administration as much as I can. Because I want, well, maybe this wants to be a state, sure, but I'm going to do you first. Because I can now core you. Are you already stated? No, why did I not get Delta as an option? Okay, because that brings me over. Delta? Where's Omicron? And control the coastline, dominate the ocean. Nah. I really want African modernization, just to have it. Wait. Oh, I never did colonize the Cape of Good Hope. Or near the Portuguese there. Because if we plop down a colony near to one of those western nations, we'd be fine. What do I get for the mission? 3 innovativeness and a bunch of prestige. I mean, I want it, just so I have it. But more buns for the people. More buns? Give them the buns? Why is it a meteor picture? Uninclusive bun with spices, toppings, lovely flour, for the same price as regular bun with all of the nice, tasty things. What is this event? I mean, clearly it is a comet event because it's all options. No, they're not all the same. What? Well, I don't remember ever seeing this at all. I'm gonna go for Diplo power here. I do wonder if I should focus on Dip, actually. And I probably should. I should have done that earlier. More buns for the people? Half price level 3 staff cost person. We already have a half price level 3 admin person, so I'm just going to take the cash money, which is welcome. I do like the idea of paying back that loan. I mean, I'd rather keep the money. Ugh, speaking of keeping the money, and I already used all my prestige buttons because I didn't want to bother. Yeah, we're just going to lose the Rabbit loyalty here. I'm not going to spend that kind of... What a crazy expensive bar mitzvah. And we have our heirs at max claim already. So I don't need to celebrate here. This is a fine heir as it is. Bar mitzvah. Bar humbug, more like it. Lost our claim on Jerusalem. Well, we have Jerusalem, luckily. Which makes a lot of sense. Now, desunnitizing it might be a bit of work. But we shall. Did we ever finish Mecca? Are we still having progress in Mecca? I feel like we lost some modifier here and it's going super slow now. Yeah. We've been working on this for... I don't know since when. But... it's gonna take another 25 years at this rate. Now, why? Missionary Strength Edict is on. What did I lose here? Must have lost some modifier that helped me do this. This is terrible. At this rate, I should probably just stop, but we're halfway done, so I'd rather find a way to make it be better. How do we get ourselves some conversion power? Do I remember correctly that these... no, that's tolerance, we don't care. I think I accepted them, right? Didn't I? Accept your culture, I did. So it's not a negative modifier that was added. It's just that we must have lost some positive modifier that I forgot about. Some sort of conversion spree modifier or something. Don't think stability gives me... well, it does. It does. If I were to go to stab 3... which is somewhat cheap, especially if our cores were done, which are very soon. I might just spend on going to stab 3. Don't think we have a policy doing anything. No, we are here. We're not running this yet because we haven't completed trade ideas yet. So that gives me another +1, okay. And of course we could be running somebody instead of Caleb here. But we don't have one available. And period. That's about it. Now, I don't think you give me anything conversion strength wise. Unless there maybe is a thing I'm missing. Ah, there is a thing I'm missing here, right? I know that's a thing. I just ignored this one before because we didn't super need it. But I think I'll actually use the Enforced Unity of Faith now. Or is it religious culture we want? So this one is super influential, costs me land, gives me every own province of the Jewish faith is accepted. Every own province which is not Cushitic and not accepted culture becomes a heretic culture and gives unrest. Every own province Oh no, all accepted or Cushitic ones get a bonus, and all non-accepted or non-Cushitic ones get the negative. I'm not. It might be fine. We say we don't care super much about the local unrest +3, and the tax production manpower would be nice to have. But this is expensive. I think I'd rather go for enforced unity here. And then I think I will boost my stab, which I think is half a point of missionary strength. Once we've done all the cores. And not before. Speaking of cores, let's grab huge claims on these folks. Huge, massive. Core. And then surely Alexandria wants to be part. Oh, you already have a seat. And then Rosetta can have a seat too. There you go. And I can reestablish Israel. Now, that gives us the option of getting... Oh, I think we might not be allowed to click that button yet. No, it would be fine. We don't have to be Semien. We just need to be a Jewish nation. So we could still get Shemot Is Not. Don't need to stay Semien. Let's have a... No. The time's over, so let's put a cut in here, and I will take a quick look at Israeli ideas in between sessions, videos. So thank you so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, as always, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and if you have anything at all to say, there's that comment section that you can use. You could just do that. Thank you for watching. See you folks next time.